Brockton Housing meeting is called to order February the 26th and the year of 2026 at 4:01 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Alrighty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. As Kim would say, this is a public meeting and all is invited. And I'm going to make that a short one.
And please announce that it's recorded also.
And it's also recorded. Thank you, Mr. Tebow. Roll call.
Commissioner Trask.
Here.
Commissioner Harris.
Here.
Commissioner Roberts.
Here. We have a quorum. Thank you. Okay. Okay, number 2 on the agenda is the approval of minutes of the regular meetings, Mr. Tebow.
I have reviewed the minutes and found them to be in order. I would recommend that to be approved as written.
Okay.
So moved.
So
Second.
Okay, we have a so moved by Taylor Harris and a second by Janet Tass. Any comments?
No.
Okay, we move to accept the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of January 22nd, 2026.
We have to do a roll call on each vote.
Roll call, Mr. Tebow.
Commissioner Trask.
Yes.
Commissioner Harris.
Yes.
And Commissioner Roberts.
Yes. Okay. Number 3, hearing of visitors. Are there any visitors?
If I could read the rules of visitors,
Yes.
Madam Chair.
Yes.
Any member of the public is invited to speak before the board. Visitors wishing to be heard must sign in with the name, address, and contact number before the start of the meeting. Each visitor will be allowed 3 minutes to speak on each subject. The board will take any issue under advisement and respond at a later date. Total time for hearing of visitors will be limited to 15 minutes, which will be strictly enforced. There will be no passing of your 3 minutes to another. All visitors can be heard on agenda items only. There is nobody here signed in. I don't know if we have a guest via Zoom who would like to be heard.
Hearing none. Okay, we will move forward. Okay. Number 4, correspondence. Mr. Tebow.
I put one piece of correspondence into your packet. It is an article from the FADA, which is the Public Housing Public Housing Authorities Directors Association, and it talks about the HUD bill that was passed. In particular, it states that public housing operating fund was cut by 15%. It's actually 14.7%, something like that. It's a substantial cut. It's not as bad as some of the cuts that were proposed, but the board should be aware that's a couple of $1 million for the housing authority, the Brockton Housing Authority, that was taken out of our budget.
Okay. It means tighten up the belt, huh?
Well, yes, you know, a one-time hit we can take, 2 times hit we probably can take, but if it's long-term, we're talking about the dismantling of the public housing program.
And we don't have to vote on that.
No, that should, for your knowledge, I'll keep you up to date on it. These things are being argued in Congress. There does seem to be partisan support for affordable housing. What affordable housing is, can be a little different for different people. So we just need to keep our eyes on it, to make sure that the people that we're serving are not harmed.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Tebow. Number 5, is the approval of the bills. That's item B in your package. So I've gone over the bills with Mr. Tebow and Tanya. A couple of things I questioned on, they were answered, and I accepted them. So I make a motion to accept the bills as they are.
So moved.
Okay,
second,
thank you. Taylor Harris, first, and Janet Tass, the second, the acceptance of the bills as they are. Mr. Tebow, roll call.
Commissioner Trask,
yes,
Commissioner Harris,
Yes.
and Commissioner Roberts.
Yes. Okay. Number 6, approval of contract extension for fire sprinklers maintenance and repairs. Mr. Tebow?
If I could ask Mr. Barry to speak on this, please?
It's me.
Oh, I'm sorry, extension of the fire, you have fire. If I could, first off, I want to let you know we're charging Miss Bruce for heat today. She's in here because she doesn't have any electricity at home and won't until sometime on
My
Saturday.
baseball cap.
So, I'm sorry, if I could,
I got it back at 7:30 last night.
if I could ask Miss Bruce to speak on this item.
Thank you, Mr. Tebow. Good afternoon, Commissioners. On February 13th of 2023, the Brockton Housing Authority entered into a fire sprinkler maintenance and repair contract with Davis Ulmer Sprinkler Company out of Worcester, Mass. That contract expired February 13th of this year. It has 2 additional 12-month contract extensions available. So it's moved that the Executive Director of the Brockton Housing Authority be authorized to enter into an additional 12-month contract with Davis Ulmer Sprinkler Company, DBA Cogswell Sprinkler, forgive me, of Worcester. And this contract extension is not to exceed $149,000.
So moved.
Okay. Janet must be,
second,
okay. Taylor Harris is first and Janet Tass as second. A motion to accept it as it is. Can I have a roll call, Mr. Tebow?
Yes, Commissioner Harris,
Yes.
Commissioner Trask,
yes,
Commissioner Roberts.
Yes. Okay. Number 7 on your list. Approval contract extension for tree trimming and removal service. That's item D in your package. Mr. Tebow?
So I just, before I turn it over to Ms. Bruce, as you see, we're doing a lot of extensions. And the reason we do that is we want to go in, procurement is difficult and sometimes expensive, and sometimes it's a little risky on who you get. So what we're doing is entering into 3-year contracts with the ability to renew for 2 more years at the same terms. That gives us the opportunity to say yes to companies that are doing a good job for us. Yes to companies that we believe the price is good for us and to our benefit. And if we don't believe that, we go out to bid again. So that's why you're seeing Ms. Bruce bring so many of these to you. If I could ask Ms. Bruce to speak on those.
Thank you very much. On December 19th, 2022, the Brockton Housing Authority entered into a tree trimming and removal contract with Pathfinder Tree Service of Walpole, Massachusetts. The contract is due to expire December 19th. It has 2 additional 1-year extensions available under the same terms of the original contract. So it's recommended that the Executive Director of the Brockton Housing Authority be authorized to enter into an additional 1-year contract with Pathfinder Tree Service and the contract will not exceed $350,000.
So moved.
Okay,
second,
these ladies are on the ball today. Okay, there's been a motion to accept the contract at $350,000. And it has been so moved first by Taylor Harris and second by Janet Tass. Have roll call, Mr. Tebow?
Commissioner Harris,
Yes.
Commissioner Trask,
yes.
and Commissioner Roberts.
Yes. Okay, number 8 on the agenda. And it's the approval of Housing Authority Emergency Transfer Plan, Exhibit E in your package.
Yes, if I could ask Ms. Campbell to speak on this, please.
Good afternoon, board members. So to ensure compliance with HUD requirements under VAWA, which stands for Violence Against Women's Act, Reauthorization Act of 2022, we have updated the emergency transfer plan for the board's review and approval. The plan establishes procedures for emergency transfers under VAWA, sets clear timeframe for reviewing and approving transfer requests, and addresses internal and external transfers, priority in documentation, and confidentiality. I would ask that the Board of Commissioners adopt the emergency transfer plan as of March 1st of 26.
Okay, there's a motion to accept the Brockton Housing Authority transfer plan.
So moved,
Second.
Okay, it has been first by Janet Tass and second by Taylor Harris. Is there any? No, nothing more to talk about. Mr. Tebow, can we get a roll call on that to accept that?
Commissioner Harris,
Yes.
Commissioner Trask,
yes.
Commissioner Roberts.
Yes. Okay, number 9. Approval of change order number 1, fire alarm system replacement, Hill Street Project 24-1. Mr. Tebow?
If I could ask Mr. Barry to speak on this, please.
Thank you, members of the board. Mr. Tickle. During the installation of the fire alarm system at Hillside Village, there was discrepancies between the drawings and the existing condition, along with a couple requests by the fire department. This is why we have these 2 change order proposals before you. One is the drawings on indicated that the handicap units were depicted with a ramp to the unit. And once it was depicted as an ADA unit, it had specific additional equipment in there. The contractor went and did that to one of the units, and it was actually only a temporary unit with a ramp, which it actually didn't call for it. But we actually, we went back and forth on him. We felt we'd just leave it there as an ADA unit. And then additional was on the proposal for PCO3 was the fire department requesting 2 additional strobe lights in the rooms that could be doors, could be locked, and he wouldn't, if someone's hard of hearing, would not be able to see him with the doors closed. And there was also one other duct smoke put in. We went back and forth a number of times on some of the pricing. We did come to an agreement for a change order. We would recommend to accept change order number 1 from Suburban Electric of 319 Canton Street, Stoughton, Mass, for the fire alarm replacement project at 24-1 Hillside Village in the amount of $3,752.73.
So moved,
Second.
It has been first moved by Janet Tass and second by Taylor Harris to approve the certified certificate of completion consolidated and certificate of release to the contract and
Sarah,
suburban.
One second.
We're on 9.
Change order,
Where am I reading?
the one before it.
Staff, you want to be on that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
There's a motion to approve change order.
You okay?
Yeah, number one, in the amount of $3,752.73. That's the right one?
Correct.
Yeah, to the contract with the Suburban Electric of Stoughton for the fire alarm system replacement project at Hill Street Village 24-1. Mr. Tebow, roll call, please. I lost my slide.
Roll call.
Commissioner Harris,
Yes.
Commissioner Trask,
Yes.
Commissioner Roberts.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Number 10. Approval of certificate completion since consolidated and certificate of release for fire alarm system for Hill Street Village 24-1. Exhibit G in your package.
Again, before I turn it over to Mr. Barry, I want to mention to this board and as a person responsible for the life and safety of so many people, that these type of projects, although they're not very exciting, they don't make the place more comfortable to live, they make it a lot more safe. And as we've seen too many times, and most recently down in Fall River with the assisted living place, a fire in one of these buildings can be catastrophic. So it's always assuring to me to have us upgraded and have our people as safe as possible. Mr. Barry, if you could.
Thank you, Mr. Tebow. Again, board members, capital improvements is deemed Suburban Electric Incorporated on 319 Canton Street, Stoughton, Mass. Complete as of January 6, 2026. The fire alarm replacement project at 24-1 Hillside Village. Further specifications. Capital improvements has also confirmed that the construction work meets all applicable codes, and the Suburban Electric has completed their punch list items. We would recommend to approve the certificate of completion consolidated and certificate of release as of January 6, 2026 from Suburban Electric of 319 Canton Street, Stoughton, Mass. For the above referenced project.
Okay, thank you. Could we put a motion to the floor to accept item G?
So moved.
Second.
Taylor Harris has first and Janet Taz has second. Motion to approve the certificate of completion consolidated and certificate of release to the contract with Suburban Electric of Stoughton for the fire alarm system replacement project at Hillside Village, project 24-1. Mr. Tebow, roll call.
Commissioner Harris,
Yes.
Commissioner Trask,
Yes.
and Commissioner Roberts.
Yes. Number 11 on your list. And it is appointment of Director of Procurement, item G in your package. Mr. Tebow?
Thank you. Commissioner Roberts. This has been a long time coming. Back 6 years ago, the Housing Authority was cited by our auditors for a procurement finding. We did a tremendous amount of training. And part of our reorganization, we put a director of procurement into the organization. We did hire a well-qualified person. He started out and started setting down the foundation. Unfortunately, he left. We then went out and were looking for a procurement director. We were not getting the quality of candidates that we thought met the criteria. So we tried to take another look at it, and we went out and we downgraded the position, thinking we would get someone who we would have to mentor and develop into a director of procurement. We put the advertisement out, the overall quality of the candidates was a little better. And then we had one who came up who was head and shoulders above the others. Ms. Bruce has a tremendous amount of my watch is speaking to me. Tremendous amounts of experience in the public sector with procurement. She has come in, worked with our other directors. She has really set up some wonderful systems. And therefore, I think we have benefited tremendously from this and would recommend that Ms. Bruce be appointed to the position of director. She sits around this table with the rest of the directors. Her comments, her questions, her perspectives are valuable to us and make the agency a much more capable and solid agency. So I can recommend it without hesitation.
Thank you.
She gave us a
And-
year trial to take a look at it.
A motion to appoint Susan Bruce of Plymouth, Mass. To the position of Director of Procurement. Can I get a vote?
So moved?
Second.
Okay. First, moved by Janet Task, second by Taylor Harris, to appoint Susan Bruce of Plymouth, Mass. To the position of Director of Procurement effective March the 2nd, 2026, at the 2026 salary rate of $90,000. Mr. Tebow, roll call, please.
Commissioner Harris,
Yes.
Commissioner Trask,
Yes.
and Commissioner Roberts.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any
very
other
much.
comments?
Thank you.
Motion
Thank
moved.
goodness you came, Susan.
Yes, hey, so good. Motion moved.
Thank you.
Okay. Number 12. Review of financial comparative and item I, Exhibit I.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Tebow, Exhibit
If
I.
I could ask Mr. Pacious to speak on this, please.
Thank you, Mr. Tebow. Good afternoon, board members. What you have in front of you is our financial comparatives, which we've been giving you every month, and these cover the 12-month period of 2025. There are some hurdles, I guess you could say, that these records will have to go through. They'll go through our auditors, which we don't anticipate these numbers to change that much. We've pretty much gone through everything. Our fee accountants have looked at them as well. So basically, we've done well on the federal and the state side, and on the federal and the COCC and the affordable housing programs. The state, we did end up with a surplus of about $242,000. However, even with the extra subsidy money that the state gave us, that program is still in negative reserves. So the 689 programs, we had some extraordinary maintenance to do to them. So that's why they show a negative, but their reserves are all positive. So.
And I just want to note one other thing. You'll see that AMP2, that's the federal elderly, is at a deficit. That money has been moved to the Moving to Work Public Housing Fund. And we're doing that to protect clawbacks by the federal government. One part of the budget that they approved for 2026 purposely drove housing authorities into negative areas so that they could have them spend down these reserves. We've moved those out of that consideration. And it's really a tremendous benefit of being classified or considered a moving to work organization. So, and you can see that that was a 1.691 surplus, $1,691,000 surplus.
Okay, thank you. May I get a vote on item Exhibit I?
So moved?
Second.
Been moved by Janet Task first and second by Taylor Harris. To accept the financial comparative for the period ending of December 31st, 2025 are enclosed for your information and review. Are there any other comments? So move it stand. Mr. Tebow, roll call, please.
Commissioner Harris,
Yes.
Commissioner Trask,
Yes.
Commissioner Roberts.
Yes. All right. Number 13, item J in your package, the year-end financial statement. Mr. Tebow?
I'm gonna take this, Mr. Pacius, because I like to opine a bit. The state back in 2012, because what happened in Chelsea requires these year-end certifications. So you get all these numbers and they're asking the board to say that they certify that they're true and correct as far as you know. The way you know that is you've hired an executive director, a competent executive director. You've hired a competent chief financial officer. Each month, the treasurer asks questions about the bills and they're answered. You have a fee accountant, a well respected fee accountant, and you have a long-term auditor who goes through your books. This is a artificial process. The real end of the year numbers come after the audit is done, and you will get an audit booklet that tells exactly what our numbers are. But I can say, and then I'll ask Mr. Pacia to say it, that these numbers were put together with all the care that and fiduciary responsibility of our fee accountant, in our finance department. Mr. Pacia, anything else on that?
No, you covered it all.
And one other thing they want is you, and I'm gonna have to get some signatures from you, that you're certifying that we're notifying each and every resident of the status of the lead testing in their apartments. So in the elderly buildings, we say we haven't tested because we don't have to, and we don't know. And in the family developments, we tell them that they don't have lead because they're going to be leaded. And we have the certificates on it, and they have to sign a piece of paper, a blue piece of paper that goes in the folder that's quality controlled. And so every folder we have has on the left side, this is how specific it is, a blue folder signed by us and the Housing Authority about lead paint. And I can certify that that has been done.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Tebow. Can we get a vote on this? On
So moved.
item, okay,
Second,
okay. First by Taylor Harris, second by Janet Cass, to accept the year or 2025 year-end financial statement of your Exhibit J in your package. Mr. Tebow, can we have a roll call?
Commissioner Harris,
Yes.
Commissioner Trask,
yes.
and Commissioner Roberts.
Yes. Okay, number 14. Exhibit K in your package. The Executive Director's Report, Mr. Tebow.
I'll try to make this quick. I'll give you a brief storm update. I came in each day. Obviously, it was a horrible storm. It at one point about 4 o'clock in the morning on Monday morning, it was so bad coming down that we could not see. We had to suspend operations for a couple hours. The staff stayed there. Many of our staff slept in the basements of buildings, in their shops, to get this done. Your director of facilities, who is an administrator but has a background in working, Mr. DeChristopher, because of his equipment operator being out on workman's compensation, out on injury, he jumped into a front end loader, he jumped into equipment, and he worked 18-hour shifts, removing snow, moving things around. Each day I came in, I saw tremendous amounts of forward progress. I also saw tremendous amounts of work that needed to be done. We will continue to do this through the weekend. We're now bringing in additional, we have a front end loader, but we're bringing in additional front end loaders to move things around. Some places are much more difficult to manage when you have big snow. Kennedy Drive, Rainbow Terrace, there's just no place to put the snow, so we have to move it away. Overall, I was happy with the storm. Happy to be unhappy that we had a blizzard of such magnitude. Driving around the city, that was difficult because we couldn't move our equipment from place to place because a lot of the roads weren't open. That presented issues, but I think we've made a lot of progress and we're moving forward. On the we did meet with Mayor Rodriguez. He does know about the next item. Obviously, the resignation went to him for a new board member. I mean, a resignation of Commissioner Sullivan. He is searching for a new board member, and hopefully we'll have someone to us shortly. He also committed to assigning a community police officer to the Brockton Housing Authority. This is very, very exciting. It's something that
Yes.
Commissioner Roberts, in
Wonderful.
her
Wow.
role as the president of the RAB, has been advocating for over and over and over. So that's wonderful news. I'm sure in the last 3 days, he wasn't preparing paperwork to go to the council. He was probably paying attention to a storm and taking the hits that any mayor takes during a storm. And then we are preparing the application for phase 2 of the Campello high-rise project. We hope to have that submitted in this summer, and hopefully the funding will come through in December of 2026. That's the plan, at least. But there are lots of obstacles to jump over. And then finally, we are going to have a groundbreaking ceremony on Friday, March 27th. There'll be probably 150 people there. Obviously, we would like the board to be there if at all possible. We will set up a tent in Janet, your church parking lot. I did speak to Elder Brad about that, and he was excited about it. And so there'll be a church
Great.
there. We'll have dignitaries from the state and the city and that. And then we will have a groundbreaking where you take the shovel and you take the shovel of sand and you throw it. We'll have that done over on the site in front of the building, but it's a real turning point in the housing authority. Obviously, we are inviting all the RAB members. It will be a special time, I hope, and I'm hoping for the weather. So that's my report.
That's very exciting.
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Motion to accept the executive director report for February 26, 2026, and put on file.
So moved?
Second.
Okay, so moved by Janet and second by Taylor Harris to accept the executive director's report. Are there any other questions? None? Mr. Tebow, roll call.
Commissioner Harris,
Yes.
Commissioner Trask,
Yes.
and Commissioner Roberts.
Yes, motion carried. Thank you. Okay. Item number 15. And Exhibit L in your package. Resignation of Commissioner Timothy L. Sullivan. Mr. Tebow.
So I probably should have written recognition of the resignation of Commissioner Timothy Sullivan.
Recognition.
The resignation actually has to be tendered to the mayor, which it has been. This was a real surprise to me. As I've told the commissioners in the past, if I've had the opportunity to, I don't think Commissioner Sullivan missed one meeting in 25 years. And so I knew he wasn't feeling well when he missed one or two last year. And apparently he does not feel that he has the energy or the stamina to go on. So it was as I said, quite a surprise to me. I have known Commissioner Sullivan since he came on in 1999. We have worked on many things together. We have traveled to conferences. I've got to know his family. I've got to know what he thinks is important for the housing authority. As the board members know, he was a true advocate for residents. When I say his phone was on sometimes his phone was on when they could have called maintenance and got a work order done, but they called the chairman. And he took that call and he took his role very seriously. So he will be missed. He's done a great amount. I did speak to him briefly and said, you know, usually if a commissioner leaves, we like to have some kind of celebration, a dinner or whatever. And he said that he's just not up for that at this time. I asked him if, you know, please let me know, and I will try to keep in touch with him.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Tebow. Okay, motion to accept with regret the resignation of Commissioner Timothy J. Sullivan from the Board of Commissioners effective February 13, 2026, and to recognize Commissioner Sullivan for his 27 years of service to the mission of the Brockton Housing Authority.
So moved.
Again, second, with regret and big regret.
Yes, it's been so moved by Taylor, second by Janet Jass, with regret. Mr. Tebow, you have a roll call, please.
Commissioner Harris,
Yes.
Commissioner Trask,
Yes,
and Commissioner Roberts.
Yes, with regret. Yes, any comments?
27 years is a
Yes.
very, very long time of dedicating so much energy and time and devotion to the housing authority. And he is so well known by the residents and the staff, and we thank him for all he's done.
Yes. And I wish him well. The
Yes.
motion carries. Okay, 18
No, 16 and 17.
is missing. Oh,
Oh,
I'm
old
sorry, I'm
business.
looking at the wrong thing. 16, old business. Any old business? None? 17, new business? No new business, we will continue. 18, executive session, purpose 3, Mr. Tebow.
I'm recommending that we go into executive session under purpose 3 to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining. The rest of the definition of purpose 3 is or litigation if in an open meeting may have detrimental effect on the bargaining or litigating position of the public body, and the chair so declares. So we would take a vote to go into executive session, and we should also announce that we will be coming out of executive session. The board will reconvene the public session only to adjourn.
Okay,
No new business will be done. Would you like me to do a roll call?
roll call, please.
Commissioner Harris,
Yes.
Commissioner Trask,
Yes,
Commissioner Roberts.
Yes.
So we're now going into executive session. I would ask that Susan, Chris, if you could excuse yourself,
Thank you.
and BHA admin, is that us or is that